when we work with the vowel I, which acts as a diphthong, I, you will notice that's a path to the I. What's more reasonable than to start with oneself, with my I? For this reason, I invite you just to find a space where you can stand comfortably. You don't need much space. We do, in the course of time, 2 steps forward and 1 step backward, small ones. So just, you will find out what feels good for you. And to begin with, like always, start with becoming I. Feel yourself, your center, your breath, your chest, your heart. And from there, slowly walk down through the body, through the legs. Feel into the grounds. But just by staying with yourself, you might notice, despite moving downwards, the body starts to grow. Take a big breath, relax. Take a step forwards or backwards, or just stay where you are, but let your legs relax. And let's repeat it 1 more time. I feel myself. I arrive at myself. I go through my body downwards. I let go. Feel down into the earth. But I'm, despite of everything, still in contact with myself. And that's enough that my body starts to grow and to feel being carried. Let your breath react. Okay, before we go into the I gesture of eurythmy, we want to touch the energy behind. And that's the energy we've spoken about, the energy of moon, which is behind so many things and which is in a way the force which creates all these seeds which are on the earth. Seeds for everything. So to begin with, just spread your arms a little bit. Say hello to all this nice world around you. And then come back towards yourself, towards your center. And the specific thing of moon is that it's very much interested on the things in between. That's also relationship for speaking. So have your fingers wide and soft and feel every millimeter of air you are walking through. Maybe as if it would be grains or hair or just a nice breeze. And you feel everything. You feel your little finger, the ring finger, the middle finger, and the thumb. Because all of them are different, they feel this air different. And then reach up very high in this nice airy feeling. Weave a little bit and then just slowly come in and bring everything with you. Don't lose anything which you meet on the way towards the inside. And now we go a little bit further down and the arms start to cross. And they start to rest on each other, the lower arms. And the hands have become little bowls, not fists. And in these bowls, everything you have collected is preserved so well. It's just waiting to be allowed to come out in spring again. And then let go and let your breath react. Let's try it 1 more time. And normally the left arm is under the right arm, But if it happens the other way around, that happens also to me, just follow where the arms go. Yeah? Everything is okay. Good. Just feel out. Feel your fingers. All this. And when you're up there, feel also the space behind, the space of light. And now you bring the space of light and everything you find on the way with you. Let the hands form the bows. Let the arms rest on each other and feel how they rest on each other. Enjoy this slight pressure and then find the mirror picture of this crossing in your body, in your lower body too. And when you feel this mirror picture of this seed in yourself, maybe you even have the feeling or the lust to grow, and let it happen. And let go. And for those of you who know eurythmy already, you might have discovered that we already have 3 vowels hidden in this gesture. We have the R when we come in, we have the E in the crossing, and we have the E when the inner forces start to grow. Yeah? We try it one more time. We weave out. We slowly come in. We arrive. And just by feeling ourselves inside, we are not stretching ourselves, this tendency of growth may come about. And now I ask Adele to speak the first sentence while we are doing it, and you might notice that there are several steps in it. We come through the sphere of light, we pass the sphere of the heart, and we arrive at the sphere of digestion, where the lips are apart from, because the intestine starts with the lips and then goes through the stomach down into our belly. Yeah? Listen to the words and try to detect that what is spoken about. So just weave out there into the light. Feel the space behind.
Only what has sense and meaning should come from the lips of one striving for higher development.
Great. Have you noticed everything we have spoken about in this process of the moon gesture has been mentioned in this first sentence? Let's go on. The I, as it is done in eurythmy very often, is expressing just a caring gesture. Just take one arm, a little bit like this, and then very gently strike over this arm in a loving gesture. Yeah? And just put a lot of love in this caring for the other arm. Yeah? And sending love there, that it feels touched. And then you can have inner pictures like just being with an old person which you really love and you won't disturb, and it's lying in the bed, and you carefully, tenderly just stroke the hair. If you have a child, yeah, which really loves, and you see it does it good when you strike it like this, yeah. And that's this gesture, and your heart is in what you are doing, and that you feel that it is doing good, does you good. And you're also allowed to receive this response in your heart. And here we have this, we combine now this eye gesture with the next part of the words of Steiner. And you will see we will have it once again, and we can discriminate more the lower system of us, yeah? or the lower way of being, more connected to our blood system, and we can discriminate the upper system, more connected to our nerve system. Both are going from toes to head, but you can discriminate. And this one is more speaking about our real life, our life of enjoyment. That's why we do it a little bit further down. Not much, just the heart is a little bit looking into this world of pleasure. Yeah, we do 2 eyes in 2 directions. And then in the other way. And can you feel if there's a little difference if you do it to the right or to the left? And now we do it with the words, and Adele is speaking for us.
All talking for the sake of talking, or to kill time.
And now we do again the moon gesture, but behind our back.
Is in this sense harmful.
Yeah, I just stand here. I don't have fists, but I just have this feeling. Here's my seat now. I have this big surrounding. Yeah, but I reflect it a little bit in my backspace. Let's do it one more time. And can you have your idea why we have chosen to start to the left and why we have chosen to continue to the right? Okay, and when you do the moon gesture, still have this big sphere where everything comes from, because the moon is still connected with the creative forces in the cosmos. Otherwise, the plants wouldn't grow again.
All talking for the sake of talking, or to kill time, is in this sense harmful.
And when I do the moon behind, I feel the original sphere with what I've done before in front. I'm not lost behind. I also feel it here, but physically I'm behind. And we started to the left because the left side has more to do with inner processes. And the right side has more to do with going towards the outside, to the outer world. And so you can a little bit feel and discriminate that Rudolf Steiner speaks about 2 different ways of talking. Okay, we go on, and now we take serious that I consists from A, E, E, but as a way, the path through it. So just let's practice a little bit or prepare a little bit by just beginning in the heart and send the arms out through the forces of the heart. Don't just stretch them. Use your heart to send them there. And then go out a little bit further. And then take your shoulders a little bit back to create a stream coming in which brings you back. So that you lean even a little bit back, but it's the arms which do it. And then you must protect yourself that you don't fall. I am here, I protect myself. And then go down with one arm. And this going down, this getting roots allows you to grow and brings your arms up. The roots must draw water from the earth. Otherwise, the leaves and the stem wouldn't grow into the heights. And if you really catch it, you don't have to lean back and come forwards, but the sounds themselves do it. So try to be in a way in the sounds, in the gesture. And the sound is not only what you hear, sound is an energy, and which can be made audible. And we can experience it. So use the forces of the heart. Create this R. Reach the stars, but look behind it. Use your arms. Create this dreaming in, and this takes you back. You arrive at yourself with the help from the outside. The E makes you conscious of yourself, brings you a little bit more towards yourself, a little bit more forward. And the E, the rooting into the earth, is it who really makes you upright, makes you grow, yeah? In a field of tension, actually, yeah? It's not easy, an easy way of going through life like this. We do it together with the text, and just keep in mind that in eurythmy, like everywhere in life, what has happened is not gone afterwards. So once we have done the R and continue with the E, the R is still present. And when we do the E, we still feel the R and the E.
The usual kind of conversation where everything is a disjointed medley of remarks should be avoided. This does not mean shutting oneself off from intercourse with one's fellows. Precisely in conversation, speech should gradually be led to significance.
Okay, we have done R, E, E. We did the R with the words, the usual kind of conversation, yeah? We just go into this usual conversation. And then where everything is a disjointed medley of remarks, it's just approaching us. Oh, it's quite, we really experience what's happening there. It's taking us back. We feel this dream. And then should be avoided. We create this peace in us and actually try to do this crossing in a way that you feel the arms resting on each other in a way that they push against each other like as if they would rest on each other. Try to experiment, what do I have to do to feel this rest? Or them resting on each other. And then try to experience the mirror picture of it in your heart. The peace which you create outside starts to become a seed in your heart, and out of this seed in your heart, you let your roots grow down, 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 down. And slowly the leaf, the stem also grows. And then there comes a fourth step. Just now you can start, let your sun, your heart ray through everything. Become a sun, become light. Attract the butterflies, birds, to build nests in your leaves, and they can feel protected. And then let go. We do it soon, we do it once again, but before we do this, and now we do 2 steps forward, because the I, or I am not a tree, otherwise my name would be tree. I'm I, and I means being on my path. I am on my way to maybe myself. I haven't arrived yet. And despite of everything, polarities and discrepancies, I go forward. This is I, yeah? And for this reason, when we deal with the I, we just need to do a few steps. And we do 2, but we do them very carefully. And in eurythmy, you often have a sort of consciousness on 3 phases or 4 phases of a step. Just stand like I do, 1 step in front, 1 behind, and then carefully lift the heels of the foot. Make it light. Then tenderly come forward and realize one foot really has to carry the weight all the time, the other one is free. And then slowly touch the grounds. Relax. And then through both feet and your base, have a good connection to the earth. Before again you start to lift your heels, to carry your foot forward like a droplet of water, and then carefully reconnect with the earth, first with your foot, and then from out your heart, through the body, with the earth. And these two steps we do together with the eye. So have enough space to do, again, 2 steps forward. We start in the middle. And yes, now it's a decision. You will find out how we do it best, but normally the foot is not in front when we do this, the text. So we try. And now one arm goes down for the E, and by going down, or through going down actually, we invite the foot to make a step forward. And then by getting roots with the eye deeper and deeper down, we invite the other foot to come forward and the eye gesture to grow completely and to become a sun. Now we can do the whole text as an R, E, and this double I with 2 steps. It starts at the heart, like every vowel.
The usual kind of conversation where everything is a disjointed medley of remarks should be avoided. This does not mean shutting oneself off from intercourse with one's fellows. Precisely in conversation, speech should gradually be led to significance.
From here, we again to the eye gesture similar to how we have done it before, but now we really do it at the heart level. Our thinking really takes part in it, our sensory life, our awakeness. And just spread the arms a little bit, and there you have already the art gesture. Be awake in the palms of your hand, be sensitive, and slowly approach them. Yeah? And this interest is R. And then when they meet, every meeting is E. And where the arm feels met, it starts to grow and to stretch. And for this reason, the other hand slowly comes up. And because this arm stretches, I myself inwardly, just by itself, get stretched and upright too. And that means I is a way to myself. Yeah? Let's do it the other way around. Start with this open. Put your heart in your hands. Have this interest, R. Have this meeting, E. And let this grow, come about wherever the E takes place, this meeting. And just allow that inside of yourself, this growth takes place too. And this we can use for a combination with the words of Steiner, which Adele will speak for us. And again, we try to begin with the left side and then the right side. But do not hesitate to change it around if you find other aspects. It's not true or right, it's a matter of the aspects you have in mind.
One speaks to and answers everyone thoughtfully.
And take time to arrive at yourself.
Taking all aspects into account.
Where am I now? Here. We continue that the foot makes a right curve towards the back. And we place it thoroughly. And then the right foot may come back again. I turn around that you can see it, because it's important that you do this half curve to the right, around, and then back. That you try not to lean backwards or forwards, but you are upright. The front leg is bent, the back leg is stretched, and from your heart to really have a good connection. Down there, and your both feet are strong on the ground, and then your heart can be open and warn people who are in danger in a way that you are hurt. Or that you can say no in a way that is understood by the others why you have, for example, to protect yourself. But it will be accepted. And start really to do it to the right, not to begin slightly towards behind or in front, because the left-right is the thinking area. That's the inner dialogue between you and you. And we immediately do it with Adele. Maybe there will be a little bit of a surprise, but you will see.
Never speak without well-founded reason.
What have I done? Stand normally. Did you find your legs again? The knots are there gone. Okay. We do this half bow backwards, stand, and then we slowly draw the leg which is in front across the other one, that they form the E down there. And again I try to feel how they touch. I try to feel or to make them rest on each other. And when I feel it down there, and I feel my well-groundedness on the floor, so I use the soles of my feet, then the reflection of this peace between in the meeting point of the on each other resting legs can be felt in my heart. And this can make me grow. Can you see that's another form of I? Let's try it just, I say the letters. Are you ready? Okay, there you have the R to the side. When you do place the legs behind, you have still a sort of R between your legs. R. You cross. E. You have a meeting with the earth. And you grow. I. And in this position, stay a little bit, enjoy, keep this well-groundedness, and remember what we've done in the beginning, that we have this lightness for the moon gesture, yeah, up there. And then from this light area, slowly come in, but keep this lightness around. Stay out there when the arms come in and build again the moon gesture. So do not get lost in the gesture now, but really keep this big, beautiful, joyful light surrounding, the E in the legs, the connection into the earth. Enjoy it, if possible. And then when you let go, also enjoy, wow, this letting go. It's so nice to be allowed to come out of this state of being twisted again. And the body likes it if you notice that he likes it. And now we can try to do it with the words.
Never speak without well-founded reason. Enjoy being silent.
enjoy freeing yourself again. Enjoy being silent, yeah? That's one suggestion Steiner gives us here. And we try to feel it with the body, that's possible. Now we have 2 more sentences, and we go back to the original RAE process, and again we start at the heart, and we build this R gesture, now with both arms at the same time. Yeah? But then we strongly try to feel this in-streaming quality of the R, which brings you back so much on the heels. And then we create the E gesture, which protects us. And now we really try to protect ourselves a little bit. That brings us forward. But then we do an E gesture really in our heart. We really feel in our heart. This brings us a little bit back. And then we feel, or we look for our center in between of all this leaning backwards and forwards. And let go. So what I mean is, we can do an R in a way that takes us out a little bit, but then it takes us back. The E can bring us forward a little bit, but it can bring us back into our home space behind. And the E places us in between. Yeah? And let's try it directly together with the words spoken now by Adele. They are:
Try to use neither too many
and now with
nor too few words.
let's come in. Now we do this protection.
Listen calmly.
We take time to listen. We are with the others again.
And then reflect on what has been said.
We go back to ourselves. We are a little bit behind. And silently, we let the middle arise. One more time, just that it's easy to remember afterwards.
Try to use neither too many nor too few words. Listen calmly and then reflect on what has been said.
For the last sentence of these words, I want to recollect in a way that I is a process. And we really try to do it very fluently now, and you will see that so naturally. Just take your hands a little bit above your head, and then have the feeling you can open up the sky. And then let all the stars come down and feel it in your back, how they are calm, this space of light. And continue with this movement and bring it into a crossover in front of your chest. And then just the lower arm, never mind which one, continues to go down to the earth, to greet the earth, to heal the earth, and the other arm, through this, the other arm can go back or point back to where it came from. Keep the connection. And let go. It's an R-A-E. It's a one. We do it with the words.
One also calls this exercise the right word.
And when you remember, that in a way, so sometimes hear that the 8 existing leaves of the chakra, of the larynx chakra, turn in a specific way in one direction. And nowadays, through our inner work, they start to turn in the other direction. Then you can maybe even enjoy this movement, which brings this coming down, going back down to earth process into a turning movement too, even more. Let's do the whole sequence of these thoughts in one piece with the help of Adele, and afterwards we do it one time silent, and you just see what comes back to your memory just by doing it. And do not put yourself under stress. It's such a lot of aspects, and you can look through this video again and again, and you will have written text as well how we do it, and you are free to find your own way going through it. The only purpose is that you practice a little bit to discriminate the different layers about which is spoken in these thoughts and words and sentences, and to really, or to try to touch, to feel a little bit of these qualities in order to enhance the deliberate will of your body to support you to go your path.
Only what has sense and meaning should come from the lips of one striving for higher development. All talking for the sake of talking, or to kill time, is in this sense harmful. The usual kind of conversation where everything is a disjointed medley of remarks should be avoided. This does not mean shutting oneself off from intercourse with one's fellows. Precisely in conversation, speech should gradually be led to significance. One speaks to and answers everyone thoughtfully. Taking all aspects into account. Never speak without well-founded reason. Enjoy being silent. Try to use neither too many nor too few words. Listen calmly and then reflect on what has been said. One also calls this exercise the right word.
Yes, thank you for joining me and us to explore these words, to explore this stage of the Eightfold Path with the help of the thoughts of Buddha, what has been passed on to us, and its deepening or bringing other aspects by Rudolf Steiner and through eurythmy. Now I invite you to really take a seat for a few moments and listen to the resonance in your body. Your body likes it to be seen. And even if you do not notice very much, but the body, the important thing is your interest. How do you feel now? How open is your skin? How much feel you orientated towards the outside? Or do you feel more protected in a nice sphere, aura, which in a way is cozy for yourself? With respect to what we have spoken about, moon forces, which we invite you to be there. How well do you feel protected within your skin? How much do you feel welcome? Or how much do you feel to be welcome in your own body?